Hello students, I hope you all safe in your home. I am social science teacher Mrs. Aparna Ghosh, once again welcoming you in my another class of social science. In previous class we did the role played by nationalists, characteristics of Constituent Assembly, challenges before Constituent Assembly, facts of Indian Constitution, key features of our Constitution. So today we will discuss about features of Indian Constitution. The key features of our Indian Constitution are federalism, parliamentary form of government, separation of powers, fundamental rights, and secularism. Now we learn about federalism. Federalism is a part of the basic structure of Indian Constitution. This refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. In India, we have governments at state and at the central level. Panchayati Raj is the third tier of government. Each state in India enjoys autonomy in exercising powers on the certain issues. On the subject of national concern, the laws made by central government prevail. The Constitution contains the detailed list of subjects that each level of government can make laws on. The Constitution also specifies the source of income for each level of government. Under federalism, states are not merely the agent of federal government but rather draw their authority for the Constitution. Under federalism, the states are not merely agents of the federal government, they draw their authority from the Constitution as well. All persons in India are governed by laws and policies made by each of these levels of government. Now we discuss about parliamentary form of government. How do the people of India have a direct role in electing their representatives? The Constitution of India guarantees universal adult franchise for all citizens, irrespective of caste, color, creed, or religion. This means people of India have a direct role in electing their representatives and can also contest the elections irrespective of social economic background. These representatives are accountable to the people. Now, separation of powers. According to the Constitution, there are three organs of the state. First, legislative, second, executive, and third, judiciary. Now, first, legislative. The legislature refers to our elected representatives. Second, the executive. The executive is a group of people responsible for running the government and implementing the laws. Third, the judiciary. The judiciary refers to the unified structure of court. In order to prevent the misuse of power by any one branch, the Constitution has divided the powers between the three organs. Each organ acts as a check on the other and ensures the balance of power. The Constituent Assembly feared that the executive might become too strong and ignore its responsibility to the legislature. The Assembly therefore included a number of provisions in the Constitution to limit and control the action taken by the executive branch of government as a whole. Now, we'll learn about the term state. The state refers to a political institution that represents a sovereign people of a territory. Here, it is different from government, which is responsible for enforcing laws. The state refers to more than a government like Indian state has a democratic government. Now, fundamental rights. Why are the fundamental rights refers as a conscience of the Constitution? Colonial rules created suspicion in the minds of nationalists regarding the state power. They wanted to ensure that a set of written rights to guard against misuse of state power. The section of fundamental rights has been referred to as conscience of our Constitution, as it protects citizens against arbitrary and absolute use of power by the government. The Constitution guarantees these rights to individuals against state as well as against other individuals. The Constitution also guarantees the rights of minority against the majority. Minority communities express the need of protective rights for their groups. The Constitution therefore guarantees the rights of minorities against majority. This, as per Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, is the twofold objectives of fundamental rights, which are: first, every citizen must be in possession of calm these rights. Second, the rights must be binding upon every authority having power to make laws. Now, what are directive principles? Directive principles of state policy refers to guidelines given to states to make laws and policies for greater social and economic welfare of the people. Now we discuss about fundamental rights. The fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution included right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, rights to constitutional remedies. Now we learn about detail. First, right to equality. What is the meaning of right to equality? All persons are equal before the law. This means that all persons shall be equally protected by the laws of the country. Second, right to freedom. Right to freedom means this includes the right to freedom of speech and expression, the right to form association, the right to move freely and reside in any part of the country, and right to practice any profession, occupation or business. Then, right against exploitation. The Constitution prohibits trafficking, forced labor, the child working under 14 years of age cannot be forced to work against will without payment. Children below 14 years of age cannot be employed in factories or mines. Right to freedom of religion. Religious freedom is provided to all citizens. Every person has the right to practice, profess, and propagate the religion of their choice. Next, cultural and educational rights. The Constitution states that all minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their own educational institutions in order to preserve and develop their own culture. Next, right to constitutional remedies. This allows citizens to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. Now, what is human trafficking? Illegally practice of buying and selling of human beings across borders, particularly of women and children, is called human trafficking. Now, what is secularism? Sovereign means a country is free and its people are not subordinate of any other power. Secular means a country has no state religion and people are free to practice any religion. India is a secular state because we do not have a state religion and state does not officially promoted any one religion. All the citizens have the freedom to practice any religion. Now today we learn about the features of Indian Constitution. So let's recap. So I hope you all understand the Indian Constitution. In next video, I will explain you History Chapter 2 From Trade to Territory. So be safe. Take care. Thank you.